Graphing inequalities as quadratics. Graph the following. Y is greater than x squared plus 4x minus 2. In order to graph this inequality, we must change the greater than sign here into an equal sign, and then find points that work in that equation and graph them. We are going to use our calculator to find those points. We first start by putting the equation into the y equals area of the calculator. Once we have it there, we can graph it and see that it's a parabola. We can also see that the points are behind or in the negative area of the x values. So we can now go to our table and find out what ordered pairs there we can plot. It appears that the ones greater than, as the x is 3 and greater, the points are too big, the numbers are too big for the y's. So we might go back a few ordered pairs by clicking the up button, and it looks like all the ordered pairs starting with -5 as the x value can be plotted. So we will now use those points and plot them. Once the points are plotted, we can see that the parabola is there. We can now connect the points. But before we do, when we work with inequalities, we will have either a dotted line or a solid line, depending on what inequality symbol is used. In this case, we have a strictly greater than here. When it is strictly a greater than, the line is dotted. We must now figure out which part of the equation graph is going to be shaded. What we need to either figure out is, will the inside of the parabola be shaded, or will the outside be? We can check any point and see if it works in this equation. And usually the easiest point to check is the point 0, 0. It appears that 0, 0 is in the interior of the parabola. So we will now figure out if 0, 0 works. After plugging in 0 for both x and y in the inequality and checking it, we get 0 is greater than -2. What that means is that the point 0, 0 does work and needs to be in the shaded area. We therefore shade the interior, and this becomes the graph of the inequality